And this is Henri Hooft. For anybody that doesn't know, this is Henri Hooft, and runs one of the most important and successful MMA gyms in the world. He's the lead striking coach. He's an amazing striking coach. I got some of the best coaches in the world over here that help me with every damn thing. And I say to everybody, I think that you're the best striking coach. That you just cut through the and. Lyoto is amazing. Lyoto helped me with so many things. I want to say, high regards to Lyoto Machida. Amazing striker, amazing practitioner, great MMA fighter overall. But just, pure striking, you get right to the essence of an idea, and you're like, oh, just do this. And you make it so simple, Yeah. You make complex things very simple, I think is an indication of a very intelligent person, or somebody who's a very high-level expert, when you can make something that's very complicated, simple and understandable. What do you think, or how have you thought about that for people that try to add complexity to things versus people that take, complex things and simplify them? Yeah. How do you think of that? Those two categories of humans.
Well, I understand that. That people want to do flashy things and not things that are new, especially in this world where we have social media. There's so much footage of people that are training, people are copying people and everything, and it's all good, It's nice to see. It's a different world as when I was fighting, such a long time ago. But I think the basic fundamental stuff are still going to be the things that win you fights. We train about our balance, our distance. And the why and the what, the why and the when, so why and when you're going to do some certain kind of techniques. I think that's a big difference. So, and fighting is it goes so fast that there needs to be automatic stuff need to be in there. And I think if you train simple things over and over, you drill it enough and you keep doing the same things, it gets you also in some kind of disciplined mindset of doing the boring things, the stuff that people really don't want to do, gives you the mindset that when you go in that fight that you're just willing to go everywhere. The flashy thing is nice. It's nice when you see a flying knee and elbow. I see that in fights. It's beautiful. But I can enjoy a very good jab or somebody that takes a guy down and makes a very simple but very good submission. I appreciate that a lot because I know how difficult it is. And again, I always say, keep it simple, stupid. And I say it in the trainings and I do it. And some people that see us in the locker room sometimes probably think like, they're just doing a 1-2 and a 1-2. I know, but that's how you win a fight. A 1-2 and a 1-2 wins fights. And makes it easier, makes it better for the student to understand it. And I think in general in life, if you do the things that so-called are simple and you do it all over again every time, but everybody always wants the new flashy stuff and the new things. I think discipline gives you that feeling of like, I don't care doing a jab 1,000 times because in the fight he's gonna land, and then if the flashy thing comes extra, you get it in there. But again, like I said, fundamentals is everything for me.
I talk about this endlessly. I'm exhausted from speaking about it, but so few people have the intelligence and then the discipline to implement this. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I know anybody who's extremely successful in any area where they don't have extraordinary mastery of fundamentals, that you're willing to do boring things repetitively and do it again, do it for the 10,000th time and still look to make it a little bit better, and then do it for 20,000 times and look to make it a little bit better, Yeah. And these are all the things I do in the stock market. These are all the things that I did in business. It's extraordinarily hard to find new things that work well. And if you could take things that have been working well for thousands of years, things that have worked well for all of written history, philosophies, other ways of thinking or being, and then just implement that shit consistently. I remember being quite young. I was a child, and I didn't give a shit about the new trendy book, whatever. I was reading books as a kid, and other kids were doing stupid shit, learning to skateboard or something, you know, and I was reading books. And I didn't care about the new trendy thing. I'd read old books. And I thought to myself, well, there's probably more value in the old book. There's a reason somebody's still reading that book from a couple thousand years ago, you know? And there's a reason that, you know, something that's on the current bestsellers list, probably they're not going to be reading it a couple thousand years from now.
Yeah.
So I think it was important for me. These are such boring topics. Nobody, even when I say that, I lose their attention. It's such a boring thing to talk about. It's always talking about old books.
Yeah.
It's just the, you know, some of the best pieces of wisdom ever written, ever stored in history, you know, ever stored for the reflection of future generations. So nothing important, just things that would change your whole life and, you know, build you an amazing future. That's all. I studied philosophy for that, you know, as a business major, because I'm a Jew and, you know, no more need to be said. I'm half a Jew, so I was a business major. But, you know, I took extra classes. I had a minor in psychology, minor in philosophy. I took extra classes in the communications department to learn how to, you know, debate and make coherent arguments and communicate well. And the people that find those things too boring, you know, they use all this Chat GTP and Gemini and OpenAI and all the different AI today, and they're making themselves retarded. They literally are turning off their brain, that they lose their critical thinking skills. Yeah. They can't think anymore. And you know, some people think that's just wonderful. They think, what a luxury to not have to think. I can just ask the supercomputer and it'll tell me what to do. So your dumb ass who's too lazy to think, who's too lazy to think for yourself and engage in critical thought, that person's going to have the discipline to follow some instructions? No, they're not.
No.
They lie into themselves in a new way. You find a new way to deceive yourself. And I think it's going to be very bad for those people. There's going to be a lot of, we talked about employment or unemployment yesterday, and there's hundreds of thousands of jobs being eliminated this year. Next year it'll probably be more, and next year it'll probably be more. And those people don't deserve to have. I wouldn't hire them, you know. I wouldn't hire them. They don't deserve to have a job. They don't deserve to. If you can't tolerate doing learning the details and doing something at a high level, then all right, just be poor. Just stay poor. Just stay dumb. See what the price of stupidity and ignorance costs. If you don't want to pay the price of discipline to earn good things in life, you had this sign at your gym that said "Earn the right to win." I really love that saying. Yeah. Earn the right to win.
Yeah, yeah, it's true, because you put the work in before you even start to compete, right? And then
why didn't you say hope I win?
Yeah,
wish to win.
Yeah,
hope to win.
That's with 80% of the people that are trying. They're hoping it, but it won't bring you any further. But yeah, we talked about it yesterday. Also, when we trained together, that we always, whenever I see you, it doesn't matter when, we always start with the fundamental stuff and basics, and then the next day we work on defensive stuff or whatever, and then at the end of the week we still come back to the fundamentals. We always start, and I do it with you, I do it with Kamaru Usman, I do it with Gilbert Burns, I do it with Michael Chandler. I do the basic stuff, and again, like I said, I have nothing against somebody doing something flashy or a nice knockout, and if you have the skills and you have the reaction for it, it's great, but still you have to always have your fundamentals ready, because that will get you everywhere. And again, discipline and consistency in our sport is just, especially for champions. It's some people say, yeah, it's easier to become champion than to stay champion. Well, both is very hard to complete. You know, really in the UFC, because there's so many fighters and there's only one champion in every weight class. There's not a lot of other different. It's not like WBA, IBF, and WBC. So it's UFC. So again, like I said, I like it for myself too. When I go to my work, when I go to my trainings, I have everything prepared. There's The stuff is all prepared on Sunday before I go Monday. We go through that list, and we go through that list until it's good, you know. And then when it's good, we're still going to repeat it, and then we're going to step further, or we're going to do something else. But fundamentals is everything in life.
Watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.